Well, our special guest today is none other than Chicago's own Chef Kendra Peterson, who is committed to making delicious food options accessible regardless of food allergy or health condition. And at a young age, she was actually recruited by Williams-Sonoma to open stores and curate culinary programs, followed by 3 years as a chef instructor at the Chopping Block, Chicago's renowned cooking school. And in 2008, she launched Drizzle Kitchen, an upscale private chef service for families and individuals who require allergy-adaptable foods. And over the years, she has gained a lot of attention from the media and brands in need of an expert-level chef who works exclusively with foods that are creative, delicious, and safe for the entire family. And whether if it's a food allergy or a severe health condition, Kendra has penned her first cookbook, Drizzle Kitchen Favorites, Happy Foods for Every Body and Every Allergy. So let's welcome Chicago's own Chef Kendra Peterson. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, I am very interested in your book because even my co-host has dealt with allergies before, but I understand that there are 8 foods that account for 90% of all food allergy reactions. What are those?
They're wheat, soy, tree nuts, peanuts, eggs, dairy, fish, and shellfish. And those make up 90% of the food allergies in the United States. In other countries, they have some other food allergies added onto that list, but this is the base 8.
Now, is it also, too, that those 8 foods are also found in, how would I put it? I want to say recipes, but maybe prepackaged foods that can lead to allergies in other people, so they need to be aware what they're buying out there?
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. Yeah. There, a lot of these things are very commonly added to processed foods to make it more inexpensive, to make it less expensive, to make it more efficient as far as the production goes. And so they can kind of be snuck in there, and they can also use different terminology. So it's super important to read labels. If you have food allergies or if you have someone in your house that you need to be cooking for food allergies, it's almost like it should be a college course, how to read.
Oh, wow. Wow. Now, with your book, Drizzle Kitchen Favorites, what are some of the easy allergy adaptable recipes that the whole family can actually enjoy?
So the book itself I actually wrote because most of the families that we cook with have random different allergies. You know, it's not like every single person has all 8 allergies. You might go to one family that has one and another family that has 3. And so the recipes in the book are actually all recipes that I cook for families with kids. Some of their favorites are the crushed potatoes that are in there. And you can do them with Parmesan, or you can make them allergy adaptable by just adding maybe some extra garlic powder or some sea salt. So I always include little tips to make it, to make it work for whatever your food allergy, whatever your family needs.
Well, how did you get into creating allergy-friendly foods?
So my degree from college was in food science and nutrition, but at that time, really dietitians only worked in hospitals or they went to work for food companies as, like a food scientist. And I kind of fell into it because when I came back from school, I was cooking for my sisters and their kids' birthday parties, and one of my sister's friends reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have a son who has some food allergies. The food is delicious. Do you think that you might be able to help me make some meals for him?" And then I had another client after that whose son was diagnosed, he was diagnosed with autism because you can't be diagnosed until a certain age. So I came into their family and helped make meals that were safe for him, but also meals that the whole family could eat, so they could actually all eat together instead of it being like a diner, where one person goes to this and one person gets that. And that was from that point on was when I thought, like, this is absolutely what I have to do, because their whole life changed. Food is such an important part of your world, and when your doctor says, by the way, you can't eat this, you'll die, it's really, really, really hard to digest that. So for me, it's like a puzzle. It's fun to go in and figure out what foods I can replace, like what foods I can put in place of the foods they can't have. And for them, it's life-changing because they feel like they can actually have things again as opposed to feeling like they're restricted. And for me, it's more about the cans than the cans.
We need, yeah, go ahead. Kendra, we need more people like you because I understand and what I have learned from food allergies that if someone said, "Well, I'm allergic to marinara sauce," there can be 10, 15 ingredients in a marinara. And how do you know which one is actually causing the allergy?
They're allergic to a dish or they're allergic to, some sort of meal, but it's always an ingredient. It's a specific, like I mentioned, the top 8 foods. It's a very specific thing that causes a super, super responsive immune response, essentially, that your body just basically it identifies a protein that's found in those foods and it attacks it as an invader. So for other people where it's no big deal and they can digest it and they move on, other people, it can be life ending.
Well, I know that every one of us shops at the grocery store. So, what are the tricks at shopping at the grocery store, such as reading labels and understanding substitutes?
hmm the thing that I really try to connect with my clients, even my girlfriend, I did a blog post about it, is getting back to cooking. I think as a society, we've become very accustomed to convenience food, and we've
Yes.
become very accustomed to just going and picking something up, and it makes life easier and it's faster. But those are the foods that they're thinking might be part of the cause of this, ironically. Also, those are the foods where a lot of these things are hidden. So, like we said before, the reading of the labels it can be tricky. So, what I try to tell people is start cooking from real ingredients. If the safest foods you can get are whole foods. They're dried beans. They are rice that you cook yourself. They're fruits and vegetables. So, if we can get ourselves back into the idea of actually cooking from scratch, then that's going to be a lot safer. Now, obviously, that's not always reasonable. So, you
Well,
need to be
yeah.
aware, and there is legislation that companies do have to label. If you turn over, like if you go home and you turn over a label, you'll see if there's an allergen, it's in bold. But again, the problem is if it's not that specific word, it doesn't always have to be bold. So it can definitely be tricky. So finding brands that you trust is super important. There's a lot of really great brands out there that do a ton of testing, way above and beyond what they need to make sure that their foods are safe from food allergy perspective. So I think finding brands that you know are safe for you and your family, and then sticking with that is very helpful.
And you cover this type of uh, you have this chapter in your book about how to teach people how to shop correctly.
We do, yeah, we do talk about shopping. The book more so is about empowering people with simple and easy recipes that they can do to adapt for the family. But we do talk about that, and then it's actually going to be a blog post of mine this coming weeks. I have a lot of fun things that I'm going to be putting out there to help people feel like they can do it. They can tackle anything, and that a food allergy definitely does not need to keep you down.
Now, I completely agree with you. Too many people are eating out, they're going after convenience, and we need to get back to the art of cooking and realizing that it's not a chore. It's another area for all of us to be creative, and in your case, being even more creative and helping to create meals for families that are dealing with various allergies. Real quick, besides the allergies, what are some of the severe health conditions you've dealt with?
So most recently, we currently have a handful of clients that we are working with who are going through chemotherapy,
Mm.
and that treatment, obviously, everything is talked about with their doctors, their dietitians. But what we're finding is that their own research, they want to follow a ketogenic diet. So again, because my background is food science and nutrition, it's I think that's very helpful when designing the menus for them, working with their doctor, being able to look at research and see, what protein levels they need and how much carbohydrate they can have, so they stay in this certain, metabolic phase, which is what that diet is all about.
Okay.
So aside from food allergies, that's probably the most common thing that we're dealing with right now.
Ah, okay. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cookbook that I highly recommend for every family. Chef Kendra's Drizzle Kitchen Favorites. You can go to drwardbond.com to order the book, and also it's available at Amazon. And I love the fact, Kendra, that you're not only covering the allergy or having allergy adaptable recipes, but it's also great because there's so many people out there going through conditions like cancer that don't
Hmm.
understand that food is a healer, and that some oncologists go out there, God bless them, that they tell patients to eat whatever they want. But I know a lot of people are wanting to understand that food is healing, and food is part of the process. And
Absolutely.
how can people out there get a hold of you that would like to have that personal one-on-one help that you provided with many of your clients?
Sure. So my website, drizzlekitchen.com, there's a contact form there. That's the easiest place. And like I said, I also have a blog that's on that website. And so I talk about different diets that I've done research on, or, like we said, how to go grocery shopping. So I talk about a few different things that way as well. But the email contact is on there, and that goes right to me. So I can very easily reach out and help anyone who thinks that food can help them, which is it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to incorporate into your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, pick up a copy of Chef Kendra Peterson's Drizzle Kitchen Favorites at drwardbond.com, and check her out at drizzlekitchen.com as well to book a session with her.